Thanks for watching I'll Drive. We're going to talk through the video as it goes along. So we're at the Wakefield Test Centre. To begin with, you'll start with the POM routine. Prepare, make sure you get yourself in gear, get the handbrake down, get ready, observe, do your 6-point check, then set off with the right indicator. Come up to the giveaway and then prepare to turn right. Look both ways. So once you've turned right, you'll be heading towards the gate, and a lot of people fail here once they exit the gate. The reason for the failure is generally the road across, which a lot of people just try and cut across. You'll be taking a proper left here, followed by a proper right, so make sure you follow your lanes. So now that you've survived, hopefully, the turnings, there may be some hazards here. There's a lot of trucks parked since the double yellow lines have been added to the road. Make sure you manoeuvre past the trucks safely, come up to the end of the road, and then look out for the Amazon drivers, because sometimes there'll be loads of them coming past. So look both ways, approach cautiously, and turn right. Head towards the end of the road once you've turned right. Make sure you stick to the speed limit now that you're on proper roads. It will be 30 miles an hour on this road. So you're approaching a busy junction ahead. You just saw that car pull out from the cab inside. Be careful of any sort of hazard that may affect your drive or anybody that may be affected by it. Look both ways on this junction and then proceed. And coming back to that hazard, if it's not affecting you, don't react. And in this event, I would have just thought slowing down a little bit may have been a sufficient reaction. So as you've entered the new road, you've seen that vehicle parked on the left hand side, so we're going to move across to the right, centre right mirror, leaving plenty of clearance. Check your centre left mirror, make sure you can see the vehicle in the back and in the side mirror before you turn back, and then you follow straight ahead after. Make sure you stick to your speed limit, which is 30 as you saw above. Whenever you go onto a new road, you check new mirrors, look out for any hazards that may be developing, like the one ahead. So we see a mobility scooter on the left hand side. It's a little bit far in the view. As we approach him, we are going to move to the right hand side if need be. If he moves out of the way prior, which he has, we shall continue as normal. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe our videos. You will see plenty more of material and hopefully it'll help you towards your test. So keep liking, keep subscribing, keep watching. There's lots more. And this guy's coming across, cutting the corner, creating the hazard there. Had another road user been there wanting to turn right, could have been a dangerous situation. As we turn left here, we see a car parked on the right hand side, a person walking along. Both of these currently not a hazard, so we don't really need to react to these, just carry on driving straight. So keep driving straight, and as you enter a new road, you check your mirrors. Again, just make sure your environment, your surroundings are always clear. There's no hazards that may affect you or another road user, and there's not a reaction that you may have to have. Keep looking at the signs. It's crucial that you look at lampposts, anything that may carry a sign, whether it's a speed sign or a traffic warning. Around here again, cars parked on the right hand side, again no impact, so carry on driving straight, get up to the traffic lights and then turn left. As you go around the corner, you can see the cool couple. Look at them shades, oh yeah. Check the sign out to the left, it says Batley Road, so both sides of the road are heading towards Batley Road. And at the traffic lights, we're turning left. Lights have changed, so follow the curve, make sure your turn's nice and tight. Do not go on the other side of the road. As you can see, the client's made a nice clean turn here and is heading straight on from here now. Again, a new road, new signs, new mirrors. Keep checking out for any hazards that may develop. It is a busy area, so you just got to keep your eyes peeled, and a lot of the times they make you pull up just here on the left hand side, and get you quite close to the car. Now, what the examiner will try to do here is to make sure that you can set off safely once you've pulled over. So do not forget your POM routine. Each time you pull over, prepare the car if you're in the manual, get yourself back into first gear if you're in auto, then sit tight, be prepared. You do not have to go back into park mode. Keep yourself ready. So with each pull-up, you'll need to make sure you do your 6-point check again. Look over your left shoulder at this point, then look into your wing mirror, followed by your windshield, rear view mirror, right mirror over the right shoulder, indicate if you need to, and then set off safely. Make sure you follow this routine each time. On the way back in, after you've passed the car, make sure you've checked your mirrors again. Looking ahead, you can see a meeting situation developing. Start slowing down, pass cautiously, and then check for the car that's turning out into the main road in case it goes into your lane. So whilst nothing is really affecting your drive, you should just enjoy the scenery, look around, keep aware of your environment, your surroundings, everything. Keep cautious in case something does happen. You've got a country road on the left hand side, keep an eye out for that in case you need to turn in or somebody's coming out from there, and then just proceed, keep moving forward safely. On the left here you can see some cars parked. The road is quite narrow, so be careful, slow down a little bit, pass the cars, check your mirrors, move in and out safely. Make sure your mirrors are checked over and over whilst you're going past the cars in case of any hazard that may have been there. You can see a car pulling out onto the main road, so you'd slow down slightly for it, and then you'd proceed as normal once it's cleared your path. Going ahead, look at the zebra crossing, look both ways. If nobody's there, carry on as normal. Do not slow down unless there's a presence there. So taking the next right, and then once you've turned right again, check your mirrors, check the new speed limit, whether or not it changes, and if it does, then react accordingly. So we can see a bus parked on the left hand side and the bus approaching. Slow down, give it plenty of time to pass. The road's too narrow for two cars to pass through at the same time. Leave plenty of clearance. Once the bus has passed, leave space and move to the right hand side. Looking into the mirrors and coming back in safely. Car approaching the junction on the left. Driving past safely. Again, potential meeting situations. Look between the cars. Look ahead. Drive cautiously through the vehicles as it's quite narrow. Once you've passed through and the road widens out, then you can drive as normal again. Proceed to the end of the road, turn right. As you turn right, it bends over to the left. As you can see this now. A nice right turn. On the left hand side it's a one-way road, so you can only exit towards the dual carriageway. Have a quick glance both ways. And the turn ahead is quite deceiving, so keep your eyes on the road and turn sharp towards the left. If the examiner asks you to turn left, then keep to the left hand side, otherwise proceed to the right. Look both ways, join the carriageway, check the speed limit again. Going ahead with joining the dual carriageway, you'll be joining at 40 miles an hour, so follow the road to the left. Carr gate intersection, keep following, keep going around the corner. Over time we've seen many people fail here for doing 70 miles an hour, so as they join onto the dual carriageway they think it's 70, it's actually not, it's 40. Avoid going to the right, which is the no entry, keep left and then join onto the dual carriageway, look over your right shoulder, exit the slip road, onto the dual carriageway at 40 miles an hour when it is safe to do so. Once you've entered the dual carriageway, check your mirrors again, make sure you're not affecting anybody's speed, progress, and then carry on up until this point where now the speed has increased to 70. Going forward, this particular route we are going to be turning left or first exit at the roundabout, so as you approach, start slowing down. The lanes ahead split into 3 sections. First one going left only first exit. The second and third lane goes straight ahead. At this point, if you were to go straight ahead, you'd keep in the middle lane, but we're turning left here, so we shall follow the road to the left, look to your right, make sure it's clear before you proceed. Once it's confirmed it's clear, go ahead, look at the new speed limit, check your mirrors again and proceed. So you've entered the industrial area now. It does look like it's a 40 mile an hour road. It can be quite deceiving, but make sure you keep 30 all the way through. You're going to approach a roundabout here and go second exit straight ahead. And you can see that with the arrows as well. So straight ahead is in the left lane, check to your right hand side, check to your left as well in case anybody pulls out on you, indicate left and move ahead onto second exit. Follow through. Again, you can see lots of cars parked on the left hand side, industrial area, careful of trucks, keep moving forward, proceed to the end of the road. As you approach the end of the road, turn right. Do it carefully as it's a bit of a blind spot. So you move on to the end of the road, and then if you need to creep forward a little bit, get right up to the edge both ways and turn right. As you turn right, you'll see some traffic islands. Make sure you see the priorities. If the island's on your side, the priority lies with the people coming in front from the opposite side. If the island is on their side, priority should lie with yourself. But as you know, priority is given and not taken. So if anybody ignores the priority sign and comes through, you must let them through first. Passing the islands, you'll see some speed bumps. General speed limit over speed bumps, anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour should be okay. If a speed bump is small, you may not have to reduce the speed as much. If it's a bigger speed bump, then start slowing down a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to be damaging your instructor's car. The smaller the car, the slower you need to be, but keep yourself in double figures. If you go too slow, nobody's going to be happy with you. You're going to hold people up behind you, and hence it probably cause road rage. So keep moving forward at a decent speed. As you approach your turning point, you'll see it's a crossroad, so you've got to be careful of the traffic right in front of yourself in case it's coming straight on, and you will have to be careful of the traffic on the right and the left. So look everywhere, make sure you're aware of your priorities, and look into the car as well. Sometimes you may not notice the car moving, but you'll see the driver may be signalling at you, telling you to go through, and if it does, then take advantage of it if it's safe to do so. If it's not safe and you think he's signalling you or they're asking to go through but you don't feel safe, you can stay. You are not under any obligation to move unless it is safe. Again, once you've turned right, look at the speed limit, look at the mirrors. Again, we say mirrors because it's the centre right or right and left, depending on what situation it is. But new road, new mirrors. Entering into a school area, so careful of the timing. And as you pass schools, if it's school time, then you must be careful of kids and pedestrians, parents, and all other road users. As you're going forward, you'll approach a sharp bend. Go nice and steady. Reduce your speed once you get to the bend. Keep going through over the speed bumps at a nice steady pace. As you approach traffic lights, check the colour out, start slowing down early. If they're red, then you can be stopping, and if they're being green for a while, then prepare to slow down in case they change. We've seen all sorts. People going through red lights, people stopping at green lights. Whilst you're waiting stationary at traffic lights, try and figure out the sequence of other cars, and if you see on the left hand side you've got a glass window over there, you can see reflections, you can see people moving. As you see the traffic coming to a stop in any mirrors and reflections, you now know that it's going to be your turn to move on. So yeah, just keep an eye out, keep your wits about you, have a look around, make sure you're not missing anything. So as you're approaching this junction, you're turning left, you've got somebody walking a dog. Just make sure they're not wanting to cross, because under the new highway code rules, if that lady there looked over and she wanted to cross the road, you would have to give her priority, and you'd have to make sure that you allow the person to cross the road if they are willing to cross the road. If they're not willing, then you've looked at them and then you'd proceed as normal. With it being a residential area, you should proceed with caution, especially if it's a tight situation. If you see kids about, most people think all residential areas are 20. It's not the case. Most of them are 30 still, and if it's a 20 zone, it will be clearly marked as 20. So keep to the speed limits and drive sensible in residential areas. The road ahead looks a bit tricky. It looks as though it goes to the right and the left. Your natural lane is towards the left. If you see the curve bending towards the left, it gives you a clear signal that the natural course of the road is to the left. As you pass through the corner, you'll see some cars parked on the left hand side. A man with a child who's putting the child down there. Just be careful in case the child runs into the road. You've got to try and be a step ahead of people. Keep looking, drive through carefully, keep looking through all the cars. Look out, basically look over, under and through parked cars to see any hazard that may be present. End of the road, turn right. So as you've gone onto the new road, again check the new speed limit, check for any signs that may be affecting you, look into your mirrors, make sure you're aware of the situation. Further ahead is a built-up area with a shop over there, which means there could be more people. Hence, you just take it nice and steady, passing vehicles, tight situation ahead, see who's taking priority and who's giving priority. If somebody wants to come through, then you must allow them to come through. Otherwise, proceed with caution in all meeting situations. Now, there's two junctions close together, so you pass the first one and take the second left. Again, new road, new mirrors, and check the speed limit again, check for the school area, clearly signposted. Your next turn is to the left hand side. Again, look out for the pedestrian, look out for the dog walker. Once you've turned into a new road, again check for any new speed limits, check your new mirrors, proceed on. Again, lots of speed bumps, just drive carefully over them, not too slow, not too fast. Anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour should generally be okay. More towards the 15 mile an hour mark is an acceptable speed limit. We're going to perform a pull up on the right hand side, so we're looking for a decent space. Anywhere where there's a big wall, Go across, park in the area, avoid the white lines or a solid white line, should not park on it. So he's parked perfectly just before the white line. Now the next step the examiner is going to ask you to do is to reverse back 2 car lengths. So set yourself up, prepare, observe, manoeuvre, POM routine each time. Stay as close to the curb as possible throughout the manoeuvre. Your checks will start from the right side. Obviously you've pulled up on the right side, so you'll look over your blind spot, over your shoulder, make sure nothing's coming out of any of the driveways behind you. Then you look into your wing mirror, check for any pedestrians on the road. If there's anybody passing ahead or behind the car, you must stop for them. Anybody ahead of the car, like that vehicle that just passed, you've got to stop for them. Anybody on the other side of the road, like the van driver there, as long as you've seen them and they're not in your lane, you may proceed. Look over your left shoulder, make your final checks and start moving back safely. Again, keep stopping, keep taking small pauses throughout the manoeuvre and keep going back, keep proceeding until the examiner says, okay, that'll do, or that's fine, or until you're satisfied that you've gone the full length of 2 car lengths. If you see any parked vehicles with doors open, maybe something may be happening, so approach cautiously in case another door opens. The person may be in the front seat, he may be getting something. We can see them clearly in the garden there, but still keep an eye out just in case. At the end of the road, turn left. Make sure you're looking both ways before you exit the junction on each of the junctions. Don't forget your routines. You must look both ways each time. Again, you see another person stood with the vehicle there and he's doing something, so just be careful in case he enters the road or the other door opens. At the end of the road, you'll be turning left. As you've turned left, you'll find yourself back on Batley Road. Again, 30-mile-an-hour road at this stage, but do look out for speed limits. There are the signs telling you you're going back towards Alderthorpe and Wakefield. So we'll be turning left here. Again, check out for the speed limits. Even if you're aware of them, just still make sure you're okay with them. And keep up to the speed limit. Look into your rearview mirror, make sure you're not slowing anybody down as you enter the new road. As you go past this junction, there's a car park on the left hand side. On this occasion we're not using it, but approach carefully if you are going to be going into a car park. As you'll see, there's many potholes in that car park itself, and it can cause serious damage to the car. Also, it can spoil your manoeuvre, so be careful. Now you're going to approach the traffic lights, get in lane, move across to the right hand side if you're going to the right. If you're going straight ahead, then stay in the left lane and proceed. As the traffic lights turn green, you'll move to the centre where the mini was just placed now, and then you'll wait for any oncoming vehicles to clear before you start turning right. Again, once you've turned right, approach carefully. Approaching that shop over there, it's a sharpish bend. There's always cars parked here, so you'd have to go around carefully. Look out for any pedestrians. Keep moving forward, keep it safe. And that one there, you've got another meeting situation potentially. Approach carefully, move out, make sure you can see ahead. Pass the car with caution, check your mirrors, come back in. Don't forget your MSM. Keep all your routines in mind, whether it's POM routine at the start, MSPSL to approach junctions, MSM moving in and out of lanes, moving around cars, ladder for meeting situations. Any routine that you generally follow, keep applying them and you'll have a good drive. As you pass this car, you'll be turning right, approach carefully. You have a lot of people pulling out of this junction, so approach with caution, turn right, check your mirrors. Once you've completed your turn, check the new speed limit. So we're coming up to the end of the driving test. We're going to quickly have a chit chat. Hopefully you've enjoyed the drive, the live commentary. Any comments, please subscribe. No haters, please. Stay away from my page. Anybody who this video can help, please like, please subscribe and share with your friends. Get the video out, make sure plenty of people see it. A lot more content coming on. We'll be having lots of fun. This is just a first experimental video. We are just testing the waters, just testing how to go about making videos, how the editing will go. So all this is coming into play. We're not professional editors, as you can see, but we try and we do, I think, a reasonable job. So please support us as much as you can. Now take the second right, going back in towards the test centre, drop into the box junction, look out for any oncoming vehicles, turn right safely, look out for any traffic near the cabin. Amazon drivers, as we said at the start, they do come out in numbers, so be careful. Take the next turn on your left. And the truck's still parked there, so look for any oncoming vehicles that may be using your lane. As you get to the end of the road, make sure you look over to your right hand side. A lot of people fail here as well for not looking over. They do think it's a cul-de-sac, so they don't need to look, but yes, you do need to look both ways. Turn left and then followed by an immediate right. Look out for any other instructors, any examiners coming in and out of the test centre. Be courteous to other road users. This test centre sports both motorbikes and car drivers, so you do need to keep an eye out for the motorbikes on the left hand side and anybody walking in and out of the test centre, as it is a busy test centre. Now we're going to complete the park. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you.